Hey guys, welcome back to Lakeview Car Channel. We have some more old Nissan sports car content for you, but it's not the S14. I bought a 300ZX. So we're gonna dig into it, and there's a few more things wrong with it than I thought there was. So we're gonna get into it. Let's go. All right, guys. So quick rundown. This is a 1990 300ZX. Z32 is the chassis code. It is manual. It is naturally aspirated, and it is a 2+0. So there's no rear seats.
And it's very broken.
It's pretty broken. Yeah, we're not gonna lie. I got it for $2,650, so it's pretty much what you could expect for a $2,600 like flagship sports car, you know, that's 30 years old. So let's dig into it. The first thing I noticed when I popped the hood, there's these really crummy solder joints all over the injector plugs, and none of the injector plugs even have their retaining clip that goes in here. So that's great. There's just a myriad of missing hose clamps and like snapped off bolts in the manifold and just all sorts of fun, good fun stuff. But it does run good. It does run really good, actually. I took it for a quick test drive when we picked it up. Runs great. It runs great. First thing I noticed, there's a big clunking in the back. So that's diff bushings. We've got a second video. We already started that one. We're already rolling. Diff bushings were shot, so we're replacing them. I also noticed that the headlights are just, yeah, they're just loose. Other thing, if you didn't notice, the bumper fitment is totally whack. When the hood's closed, and this panel is supposed to be another inch up on these bolts here, like that. So bumper fitment is completely not even like close. It seemed like somebody cared about this car because it has like a real Nismo shift knob and like a nice aftermarket drive shaft and a real HKS high power exhaust on it. And someone went through the time to put some headers on it too. So I'm not sure what went wrong here, but it's a little more beat up than I thought it would be. Let's walk around the interior here. So I've been told that the T-tops don't leak. Now, I didn't get to experience this firsthand, but the guy seemed pretty trustworthy. So we're just gonna roll with it, but it is T-tops, so that's cool. They come out, no problem. If you look in the interior, it is definitely taken apart at the moment because we were tracing down some snipped wires that we found. But other than all the panels being out right now, it's actually pretty dang clean inside. We need to track down a couple. There's a fuse that keeps blowing for the illumination circuit. So high beams are stuck on, taillights don't work, and the dash lights don't work. But yeah, for the most part, really good car. There's no rust, surprisingly, no rust on the car, other than there's a little bit in the back, like spare tire area. But it's very manageable, very fixable. The big kicker is that the frame rails look like they got attacked by a wild floor jack. They are basically smushed flat, so that will be something we will probably try to fix in the future. We might just we might chop some floor rails off of a crap car, or we might just make some because it is just thin sheet metal, and that would be great content for you guys. Let us know. Other thing, the wheels that we got on the car were actually painted black. They're spray painted black, really crappy, I might add. Good old buddy Bucci over there though had these nice clean stock wheels, and I had some tires that came off of my Bug, so we threw all those on there. Yeah, there you go. Wheels came on it. Yeah. Other than that, power antenna was just gone. So I looked in there, and it was still. He claimed it was deleted, but the antenna was just chopped off with a pair of dikes, and it was still plugged in, still like just kind of dangling around inside. So that's kind of the name of the game for this car, unfortunately. Come around the back. Of course, I guess you can't see anything. Let's get some better lighting. All right, that's a little bit better. So in the back hatch, everything was actually pretty. Shoot. everything was actually pretty clean for the most part, other than this trim piece, which these are notorious for just being cracked and crummy. It looks rough back here, but we actually pulled all the interior panels out because we were chasing down those wires. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any hidden rust I didn't know about. So everything looks great back here, actually. It even still had the stock spare, which is kind of neat. We did see that panel was loose, so that, yeah, that's lovely. That was kind of the only thing that was weird, other than there was some water down here. This is where like the spare tire tools would go, like the jack and the lug wrench and stuff like that. So yeah, vacuumed out the water, vacuumed out all the dust and whatnot as best we could for now. Found there was like a little, well, we've got some clips on it. There's a little jiggle box right here for the aftermarket like alarm system or something like that. But for the most part, everything looks pretty dang good. Pretty clean car, pretty excited about it. It's a good base for what I want. The whole goal, I don't know if I told you guys this, the whole goal of this car is to have a decent daily driver. Of course, I'll still have my big truck that I can drive if something goes wrong on this, which I'm sure it will. It's a 30-year-old sports car. But the goal is to have a cool, like, daily driver. So I'm not going, like, crazy poly bushings on everything. I'm not, like, straight pipe exhaust, nothing like that. So, we're going to, like, focus...
No poly bushings, Liam?
One set of poly bushings isn't going to hurt, Luch, okay? So there's poly bushings. There's poly bushings for the diff, because that's the only set that was like, they're 18 bucks, okay? And the vibration still has to go through the subframe bushings. So for everything else, I'd like to do OEM or like Nismo bushings. And we've got, ooh man, we've got a whole Interior Innovations set of interior pieces that we're gonna order. It's like new trim, covers all the factory tweed that just looks like garbage. Yeah, it'll be sweet. But we're gonna have an actual like cool kick and sound system in here. My girlfriend's really trying to get me to do 210s in the back. I kind of want 110, but we'll see how that goes. And something I forgot to mention was that it came with a real HKS high power exhaust. I'm probably not going to keep it, so if anybody wants us, hit us up, make us an offer. It's in great shape, actually. Just need a couple gaskets, throw it on your Z, have a good time. Nope. So one of the last things is door handle no worky. It is unlocked, but it's binding on something. There's a control rod or something that's stuck or something. So we got to open it with a handle like this, but
Jetto.
Still works. That brings us to my last 2 points of this car, why it was so cheap. Power seat doesn't work, and it's kind of in a hard spot to get it out, but we're gonna figure that out. It's currently too close to the steering wheel for me to really drive it comfortably, so that sucks. And the cluster doesn't work, but I'm hoping that is related to the illumination circuit and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's just wiring. We can always diagnose, it'll be fine. So that is a quick overview of my new to me Z32 1990. So like I said, we've got diff bushings that we're doing right now. After that, we've got a timing belt to do. After that, I'd like to get a new shifter set up. After that, there's plenty of stuff in the works. There's plenty of stuff I've got planned for this thing. So stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. All right, guys. So that was just a quick overview of my new car that we're gonna work on. This will probably be the focus on the channel for a little bit until I can daily drive it, and then we'll kind of roll back. Probably start working on the 240 a little more. Maybe Nick's got some Subaru stuff we can do. I know we've got some painting stuff. Yeah. I know we've got some painting stuff that he wants to do. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, leave a like. Go ahead and comment some car that you got that was crummier than you thought, or some project that was bigger once you got into it. Then, yeah, financial mistakes. Anyway, leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more. And thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.